So now, schedule-wise, how are you getting the gym and food? Now, this is before you can get on your cell phone and book your next hotel also.
Oh, so, yeah, you're driving hoping, that you can find and of course we're not getting paid dick, so you're better off staying, out. You're not going to go into, a major city and look for a Hilton or. I mean, you need the perfect storm is the bottom floor of a Red Roof Inn, where you can fucking dump your shit, like back up to your door and dump your shit into 2 adjoining rooms, and you got 5 guys, 1 guy on a pullout, and the other 4 guys on double beds, Motel 6s. Like you're just because you get in at 3-4 o'clock. They're trying, and I actually texted this the other day. Some guy asked me about it. And I said, you fucking basically stay in your room and try to sleep until they fucking threaten police. And then the first thing you have to do is you have to get up. Everybody has to shower. And you're going to go get breakfast. Then you're going to go to the gym because it doesn't matter because you're going to put your gear on. So you just fucking put your gear on a sweaty body. But you have to get somebody in the group or 2 guys, depending on the stealthness. They've got to go out and steal 5 towels. So you have towels for the building. So after the match, you can shower.
So an arena wouldn't have towels?
No, fuck no. No.
Wow.
I've seen guys forget towels and buddy system. I've seen Davey. I remember one time Davey White, strong motherfucker, just grabbed like a Marriott towel and just tear it in half, like the long way, and give like half to like Nyhard or somebody else. That, oh fuck, I forgot my towel, because there's no way you're going to get in a car for 4 or 5 hours. And the one thing we would always do, the Kliq, was our beer was on ice. We learned that from the Horsemen. You don't fuck around. Like
Meaning
when you leave the arena, the last thing you want to do is be in Bridgeport, downtown Bridgeport, looking for 12 packs at fucking 11:25 at night.
So you get it before.
Yeah, you want to get you want to get on the road, and then, God forbid, if you haven't had something to eat, and a lot of times it would be like you get 2 Wendy's chicken sandwiches, 2 fucking baked potatoes, and you'd eat the fucking chicken breast and a baked potato at 5 o'clock, go work, and eat the next one. And then we had that Ico Pro that Vince put out. We'd be eating them fucking free Ico Pro bars, Ico Pro fucking protein shakes, which tasted like everything back then. Those, everything tasted like shit in those days. And that was, and because when you get on the road, so the one thing you got to do is you got to start taking your gimmicks. And the last thing you want to do is, God forbid if you were to put a meal in your stomach, because that's not going to let your shit kick. So
it would absorb too much, you mean?
Yeah, because, and then I was always the wheelman. I always drove.
Well, Waltman told me, or one of you was telling me that pizza would kick.
Soma's. We always, but sometimes we were getting Mexican Somas. So it was just like, I think it was just the batch. Like one day you take 3 and you were out of your mind. The next day you take 133 and you were, like, I don't know.
But a slice of pepperoni pizza.
But my personal rule was I would sip on a couple of beers, but most of the times I would get Gatorade after the matches because I had to drive, and I did the 50-mile out rule. So once we were 50 miles out from the city, then I'd take my gimmicks and have a couple of beers, because lo and behold, at this point, I knew that I'd have to probably put Sean and fucking Scott on a luggage cart and wheel them into the into the fucking room. So
you leave the arena. So let's take this slowly. You leave the arena 11 o'clock, maybe, right?
later.
11:30. Well, because you get a shower and everything.
Yeah.
So you guys were on last, so midnight.
And then if Kid was the third match, if Sean Waltman was the third match, we're showered, and then he'll walk into the locker room in full fucking wrestling gear.
At midnight, at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, like what the
starting
fuck?
to
What
get
the
ready.
Yeah, like oh, I'm sorry, guys. What were you doing? Like, unbelievable. I remember one time, man, we were screaming, "Kid, motherfucking Kid!" He comes around the corner. He fucking went over the fence in one of the concession things and had like a couple cases of beer that he fucking heisted. And it was just like he came around the corner with us. And we were just like, okay, you're good.
Acceptable, yeah.
Yeah, you can be late.
So you get out at midnight. You get in the car. You're driving. Could be what? Could be 3-hour drive?
No, fuck you. I mean, you're probably, I would say the average would be 4. Be 4-hour drive, about a 4-hour drive.
So you'll pull into town 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, your next city, with idea where you're staying.
Right.
Unless you knew a place from years prior, but you've got no reservation.
No.
You pull in, you find a hotel, you get in. Now, when do they start the clock on your room? Is that considered the night before or the next day?
Oh yeah, they want you out at 11.
Oh.
Yeah. But most times, I mean, it was, we all had the long hair. We looked like wrestlers.
Yeah.
And we do the whole song and dance, and the Scott or Michaels would pull out their Halliburton full of fucking 8x10s, and who do I make this out to if we can stay till 1? Right. So
you go to sleep right away.
Yeah,
sun's coming up,
if you can.
And you get up midday. You're finding a gym right away. You're having the continental breakfast, I guess.
No,
right?
no, you're going to Coco's or Perkins, Denny's. You're going someplace. You're getting 12 egg whites, chicken breast, because you're eating clean the whole time. Because nobody's you got to look good. Then you got to from there. You go get your tan on, digest your food. So you go to a tanning bed, digest your food. Then you go to the gym, take turns dropping a deuce, then go get your workout in. Then from there, you got to pick up food.
What time am I at here by when this
is
all
like
happening?
Like you got to be at the building usually at 6.
Right.
So like you basically your day starts around 12:30, and you've got to wrap it up and be at the building at 6.
So you're getting what, 5 hours of sleep in the morning? Maybe.
Yeah. If I drove, so like those guys would fucking pass out all the time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, they would pass out. But once Hunter joined us, see, Paul didn't drink, so I would stay up. Paul would drive at night, and I would, or sometimes he would drive at day. We would take turns driving, either day shift or night shift, depending on what we were going to do. But once he came along, it gave us more options to, as far as if hey, if we were in a good town, like say Nashville, we would always stay in Nashville, just a town that had bars or had like any place that had like a row of bars. Even Shreveport, that was kind of a cool town because it had some casino boats and some like a little bar district, and so.
Was it always you, Sean, HBK, and Scott, or would you have to split up because of booking? Like maybe.
Yeah, sometimes like Jeff Jarrett was always one of the guys that would always, if there was a spot, Jeff was always in. Like Rad Spicoli, he would always, if there was a spot in the car, him and Scott were good buds. So Rad would and Aldo
Montoya.
Aldo Montoya would come and join us.
And so then you would just meet up, leaving from the next city. If your following date had HBK on your card, you'd go. He'd meet you at the following arena, and then you guys would ride again together. So you get to the arena. You've got your Wendy's grilled chicken gimmicks in the bag. Where's the time for the rats? Now, of course, you were married, but the other guys, where's the time for the broads here?
None.
We're thinking about this rock and roll lifestyle we
No,
have
it's
in our heads when
it's
we think
brutal. It's brutal.
What about the hotel bar action? By the time you get out of the arena at like 12 at night,
You got to go to the next town.
you go to the next town.